Previously on The Art of Deduction.
Sidney, you might want to have a look at this. But what does it mean?
It means they know about us, and they're not going to hold back on anything.
But why do it to one of their own?
If they're willing to do it to one of their own, then what hope do we have?
Discovered the body.
And that's what Chris told me.
Shouldn't be too hard to solve.
Sydney, there's something bothering me.
What is it?
How do you know so much about the Moriarty?
Look, it's not necessary to have this conversation right now.
Yes, it is. The tattoos, their name, their meaning. How do you know so much about it and Chris and I don't?
Look,
but this means that you don't tell either of us about how you know it.
I'm just not comfortable about talking about it. Just be thankful that I tell you.
I think I know why.
Keep it to yourself.
Sidney, Georgina, this is Eliza Warrington, the bodyguard of the deceased. She said she found her as she is, dead with stab wounds in her chest.
What was her name?
This is Clementine Doma, a high-ranking official from South Africa. She evaded her taxes and was involved in the slave trade, but, you know, she might have sounded like a bitch, but she didn't deserve this.
So what's that then?
It's a message left in the deceased's blood. It says, sword.
Are there any people with swords at the party tonight?
Yeah, there's a John Sword, who's the ambassador from Australia. There's also people carrying swords, someone dressed as William Wallace and Lady Macbeth. There's also representatives from the Scottish Welsh Observational Department, whose anagram is sword.
That's a lot of people to go through without causing even more panic.
It's a good thing we know who did it then.
Indeed.
Miss Warrington, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah?
How did you know Mr. Marr was stabbed to death if she is lying on her front?
Well, there's a lot of blood, and there was no exit wound from the gun, so...
Also, can you tell me what she wrote on the wall?
Sword?
No, she didn't. If you look at the S and D, you'll notice that the spelling is actually quite different from all the other letters. It's almost as if it was done later. Else, why would there be a capital S and W? Mr. Marr didn't write sword at all. She wrote war, as if she was attempting to write Warrington.
How? Every time?
As her bodyguard, you were close to her. That's how she never knew you were going to murder her.
Miss Warrington?
Moriarty should know better than to bring a knife to a gunfight.
What the hell are you doing?
Chris, arrest her.
Look, I'm going to have a look around, make sure everything's clear. Get Judas here into the police car.
You good to be alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. If Moriarty sent this clown, then I'm pretty sure we're safe.
Sidney?
Did you honestly think we were that naive? You know, I told you that you should have left us alone. Now, if you want your partner in crime back, you're going to have to do exactly as we say.
What do you want?
Go to the office building LG19